Alright everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about the, where is she? Right there. The Lumix S9. I've been using it for about a couple months now, and I just want to go over some kind of quick tips and tricks that I've picked up on just to make my life a little bit easier with this camera. So I got a couple tips we want to go through, and yeah, we're going to go through them. So first one we're going to talk about is picture profiles. Now, they are nothing new for cameras. Picture profiles have been around in every camera that I've ever had. You have your standard, your vivid, your sepia, your black and white. The S9 has a couple extra ones, specifically some Leica focused ones. And it also has the addition of V-Log. Now, V-Log is a flat picture profile that will give you an extended dynamic range for your videos. So almost every video that I shoot in is in V-Log. It'll give me up to around 13 stops of dynamic range in that little camera. So the LUTs is actually my second little thing I wanted to talk about. Coming from Fujifilm, I use the film simulations a lot, and that was really nice to be able to shoot and get an image that I wanted right out of camera without having to edit, and just be able to send it right to my phone and post it, or send it to whoever I needed to without having to do much work in post for it. So when I moved over to Lumix, seeing that they had this live LUT feature and the ability to essentially shoot a JPEG, throw it on your phone, edit it, have that look sent back to the camera, and then shoot every other image in that look was incredible. There's the Lumix Lab app, that's the app on your phone. You can get it on your iPad as well. And that'll allow you to do the editing for the LUTs. It'll also allow you to browse their LUT gallery, download LUTs from there, and you can also import LUTs to your phone or your iPad through Resolve, which is where I've been making mine. So whatever one you want to use, if you want to use Premiere or Final Cut, you can make your LUTs there, export them, and drop them into your phone files, and then import them into your camera directly through Lumix Lab. So a big part of my workflow now that is more than I'm trying to do this more is going to be video work, and specifically handheld video work. I don't really like to bring a tripod. I've been getting better at bringing a tripod, but I've always been an on-the-go kind of photographer, especially with my street photography, and shooting run and gun and handheld were kind of what I do. When I had the Fujifilms, they were light cameras, they were small cameras. They weren't big and heavy like cinema cameras are, so they didn't have that extra weight for that extra stabilization. This doesn't either. It is a tiny camera, and I have a tiny pancake lens on it currently, but all the lenses are... This is the 85mm. Their entire prime lens is the prime lens lineup is this size. They're very small, they're very light, and they have great in-body stabilization. So there is your off, your body stabilization, your lens and body stabilization, and then your boosted stabilization. There are so many different modes where the fact that I can put in the electronic boosted IBIS, and it would look like I have a tripod. It's insane. I've gotten gimbal-like results just by handheld with that stabilization on. It is top tier in the game. Okay, number 4. We have the custom function remapping. There's not a lot of buttons on this camera, and sometimes you have buttons that you don't ever use. So one of them on this one that I have is the AF on. I don't use back button focusing usually. I'll half press or I'll tap to focus. I've remapped that AF on button to anamorphic D-squeeze. I love shooting anamorphic lenses. I'm trying to get more into it, but the 2 that I have currently, I use to, when I can put them on there, I use the D-squeeze in camera so I can see the actual image that I'm getting directly on the viewfinder, or on the LCD screen I should say, since there's no viewfinder. But yeah, you can remap every single button on this camera and essentially have your own custom buttons and your own custom layout for whatever you'd like to do in your shooting style. Alright, lastly, number 5. again, with me being more video focused now, this is something that I've been looking into more and researching more, is your camera's native ISO. So every camera is going to have a native ISO that the image quality would look the best. The Lumix S9 has a dual native ISO, one for more brighter and one for lower light. 640 is your low end ISO and 4000 is your high end ISO for your native ISO. So the images that you will get on the 4000 and the 640 will be the cleanest you can get. So I try to stick to those two depending on what time of day I'm shooting at. More night, 4000, daytime 640. And then I'll use ND filters or any kind of extra lighting that I need to fill in that gap or to create that look that I'm looking to get. So yeah, those are my top 5 tips with the Lumix S9. I've been, like I said, using this camera for the last couple months, and I have so much more to learn about it and use it for. I'm super excited to see what I can create with this and make some with it. So hopefully you guys stick around, give me a subscribe, a like, say what's up in the comments, and we'll see you in the next one. All right, peace.